Hey guys, it's me, Freddy Pop Collector, and today we're going to be reviewing the brand new Five Nights at Freddy's McFarlane sets. We have the whole set to review today, except for the Rockstar stage, which no one has found yet, so I'll review that in a separate video down the road. I've been buying Five Nights at Freddy's McFarlane sets for about 3 years now. I've owned every single one, even though right now I don't have all of them, not even close. I've owned all of them at one point, and I can say McFarlane definitely makes some high quality FNAF merch. Today we're going to be reviewing McFarlane's newest Five Nights at Freddy's sets, mostly focusing around FNAF 6 and FNAF Help Wanted. I've been waiting for McFarlane to cover FNAF 6 for a couple years now, and I'm really surprised it took them as long as it did for them to finally get to FNAF 6, but nonetheless, we have 3 sets in this wave to cover from FNAF 6, 2 of which we have in front of us today. So without further ado, let's get into reviewing these guys. Before we start reviewing the actual sets, let's take a minute to appreciate this box art. Every single wave, McFarlane changes up the box art, and this one's definitely my personal favorite. We have 5 sets to review, 3 micro sets and 2 medium sets. So without further ado, let's kick off this review with Grim Foxy from FNAF VR Help Wanted. As I said earlier, this is a micro set only containing 38 pieces. On the back we can see the other micro sets available in this wave. The corn maze with Grim Foxy, of course, along with the salvage room with Molten Freddy, as well as parts and service with Freddy Fazbear. Let's not waste any more time and get right on to building this guy. This set is hands down one of the best micro sets McFarlane has ever produced. The figure looks amazing, one of the best looking of all time in my opinion. They got the colors just right, his hook looks amazing, his face shape is incredible. One thing I found interesting is that his lower jaw is actually permanently attached to his endo head. I don't really know why they decided to do that. His top half is removable. His torso is made of a translucent plastic to kind of give him that glow effect. His bib is also brand new. It looks really good and definitely really accurate to the game. His pants and nightmare feet are reused, of course, but they didn't really need to craft anything new here. Everything else is just awesome. There is one small problem I have with this figure, and that's the inside of his head. They didn't really give him anything in there to give him kind of a glow effect like the torso. But hey, he's definitely one of my favorite figures, blowing figures like Phantom Balloon Boy out of the water. The build is nothing too special. It's a micro set, so pretty much it's just a display stand. One thing I will say though, these props are made out of cardboard. I feel like they could have made these out of actual Lego pieces. Overall, this is one of the best micro sets McFarlane has ever produced, period. I give it about a 9 out of 10. Let's move on to parts and service with Freddy Fazbear. It really surprised me they decided to make a set about this of all things than Help Wanted. I would have much rather preferred a plush baby set, or maybe even a set featuring Glitch Trap or Dreadbear. I'm gonna be blunt with you guys, I really don't like this one. I'm not a big fan of re-releases. Considering we only get about 6 sets a year, I don't think we really have room for re-releases. Granted, I guess it is a little bit different because it's based on the Help Wanted model and not the classic model, but still it's Freddy Fazbear, and I feel like we could have gotten another character instead. The build is also incredibly basic and lackluster in my opinion. All we get for accessories is this little table box thing, and as well as a chair that I'm pretty sure comes with Molten Freddy's McFarlane set as well. So would I recommend this set? Well, it depends. If you have the show stage, then no, you already have Freddy Fazbear, but if you don't, this is a great way to get him for a very cheap price. And the final McFarlane set we will be reviewing today is Molten Freddy with the Salvage desk. Fun fact, I actually predicted this exact set from a video I did back in January.
They could also do a micro set with Molten Freddy and the Salvage desk.
Alright, it's time for this one. I really don't like this one. That's mostly because of the Molten Freddy figure. Do you notice the problem with it? yeah. The face is actually really well done, but the body is not. It's just not. We have a reused Yendo torso, reused entered arm, reused Yendo arm, and his feet. Oh my gosh. Something I did find interesting though is on the top of his head he seems to have this spray paint thing going on. I don't know if that's actually canon or not. I'm not trying to bash on McFarlane, but would have it been that hard to just add this base piece as its own mold? I mean, come on. The set is pretty well done though. It's pretty basic, about what I expected. It doesn't need to be crazy over the top or anything. I am glad though that they remembered the cassette. Something really cool in the instructions that they gave us was this little maintenance pad paragraph 4 thing that you have to check off during the game. That's really nice and something we haven't really seen from McFarlane's construction booklets in a while. So what are my closing thoughts on these micro sets? Well, Grim Foxy's definitely the best. I'd give him a 9 out of 10, I'd give Molten Freddy a 6 out of 10, and I'd give Freddy a 5 out of 10. I know I've bashed on these sets a lot throughout the video, but I'm gonna be honest, I am satisfied with what McFarlane has given us, and I'm glad they're still giving us sets to make and enjoy. But now that we're done with the micro sets, let's move on to the two medium sets, Star Curtain Stage and Upper Vent Repair. Starting off with Upper Vent Repair, we have another re-release, that being Mangle. I'm happy that people who missed out on Game Area can finally get Mangle. It's just like I said earlier, only getting 6 sets a year, I don't really feel like we have room for re-releases like this. I would have much rather gotten something like Glitch Trap with the Pizza Party. With that being said though, let's go ahead and get started building this. This set is kind of a mixed bag for me personally. There's some things I really like about it, and at the same time, there's some things I really don't like about it. Let's take a look at Mangle. It's the exact same figure as the Game Area figure. Moving on. I'm just kidding. In all seriousness, this Mangle is fine. It's the same one as the original, but let's take a look at the set. Taking a closer look, we can see there's a lot going on here, so let's just break this down piece by piece. Let's take a look at the vent first. It's got this illusion effect that goes off into the distance. I really appreciate the volume that this vent has. They didn't just make it a flat sticker. My first complaint though is all of the exposed studs above and below. I don't really complain about things like that. It just really feels incomplete to me. This set does have a pretty neat gimmick. You can see a little peg right there where you can stick Mangle and have the illusion that she's coming through the vent. But when you do this, your set is gonna fall apart, guaranteed. I don't know how difficult it would have been to do, but I really wish they did the whole vent repair. Instead of just one angle, they could have done all 3 sides. I don't think they could have done that though, because they're on a budget, but it just would have been really neat. Maybe they could have done that for like a $25 exclusive or something. With that all being said, I will admit this is a very nice set. It's got all the small intricate details. Even if you do have the Game Area, I would recommend getting this set. Let's review the final set in this video, the Star Curtain Stage. This, in my opinion, is definitely the best set of the wave. The Lefty figure is so well sculpted, and it really makes me excited for the Rockstar stage with Rockstar Freddy. They've got all the details down, even to the gold microphone. I'd say just as good, if not better than Grim Foxy. Definitely the best figure of this wave. Like I said, Lefty here really makes me excited for the Deluxe Concert Stage, which is apparently the official name. Taking a look at the actual set though, it's pretty straightforward. It looks just like it does in-game, even down to the red starred curtain. Now I will say, this set was a nightmare to put together. It barely stays together. I literally had to super glue the pieces just to get them to stay. But overall it looks very nice. The only criticism I can find is these lights probably should have actual lights on them. Right now they're just exposed studs. But that's gonna wrap out my review on the new Five Nights at Freddy's McFarlane Construction Sets. In my opinion, I think this wave is a pretty mixed bag. Lefty and Grim Foxy are amazing, Molten Freddy's not very good, and the re-releases are re-releases. If I were to rank them though, I think I would give Lefty and Grim Foxy a 9 out of 10, Molten Freddy a 6 out of 10, Freddy and Mangle a 5 out of 10, and the Rockstar stage, I don't have that yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8 out of 10 right now. But with all that being said, that's all I have for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you're new. Tell me what you guys think about these sets in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.